Hello, I'm Director Gerald Dement, and I'm here today with Major Richard Howdy, and we've been spending a little bit of time talking about his upcoming retirement, and he's got more than 36 years with this agency, which is outstanding. He joined Tabc in 1982. As your role as a key leader with Tabc, it's important that we capture the institutional knowledge you have and obtain a snapshot into your career, in your accomplishments, the challenges along the way, and gain some advice you may have for the next generation of leaders. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for being here, and I'd like to thank you for taking a little bit of time to speak with me. Who was Richard prior to coming to TABC?
Richard Howdy, he was a college student at Sam Houston State back in 1982, gearing up for hopefully trying to obtain a criminal justice degree, and started my career in that field.
And then what then motivated you to come on to Team TABC?
What motivated me was a contact that I made with a TABC agent, Ron Stone, at the Huntsville Outpost office. It was a positive contact, not negative. And just the way he handled himself made me show more interest in TABC, and I applied.
Well, we're glad you did.
Thank you.
Reflecting back on your many years of service, what would you say have been one of the key highlights?
One of the key highlights is basically being where I'm at, being a major in charge of a region. When I first started with TABC, my goal was to work hard and accomplish the most I could, and I've met that goal. And that's been my highlight, that I've been able to accomplish that goal and be where I'm at.
And you certainly have rose to the top, I'll tell you what. What would you consider to be your greatest career achievement?
That's basically it. My becoming a major and being here 36 years. I think that's a big accomplishment. Have things been perfect all the time? No, there's been some bumps in the road, but the mere fact that I'm at this point ready to retire is the biggest achievement that I've had.
Okay. I look back through your bio, and I know that you've held every position from agent to sergeant to lieutenant and even captain and now major. So can you tell me what was one of the biggest transitions for you as a leader when you moved from being a sergeant to a lieutenant?
It's basically the same. You're a supervisor is a supervisor, leader, if you might want to call it that. But as you go higher above the sergeant, your leadership changes a little bit. The way you got to do things and stuff, and what you're in charge of and stuff. So it gets a little bit harder, but it's basically the same in my opinion. You're there to be there for the troops and the support staff and guide them and ask them for that things need to be done in order for this agency to accomplish its goals and objectives.
Okay, let's go back to 1999. 1999, hard to believe, right?
Many years.
Almost 20 years ago, when you were brought to San Antonio, I think as a captain, to take over the San Antonio region.
Right.
What were your thoughts, and how did that happen?
There were some thoughts involved. I got a phone call from our administrator at the Beaumont office, and he said, "How would you like to go to San Antonio?" And I said, "No, I like it here. The family's got used to Beaumont area." And he said, "Well, you might have to go." So my quick response to him was, "Okay, when do you want me there?" And he said, 2 weeks. And I said, "Okay." And I was here 2 weeks later. He needed me here in San Antonio, and I wanted to help him out, him and the agency, and that's why I didn't hesitate to transfer.
So it's amazing how it seems like when we talk to the younger agents today, that sometimes you can feel like your career's not moving forward, but it kind of comes in spurts, right? I mean,
Correct.
One minute you think I'm never going to make a promotion, next thing you know you're in charge of an entire region.
That's correct. You're absolutely correct.
So it can kind of come suddenly without notice.
It sure can.
And that's pretty quick move. They were 2 weeks to go from Beaumont to San
Yes,
Antonio.
it was, but no regrets whatsoever.
So, during your career, when did you realize or feel like a time where you knew you were some part of something bigger than yourself?
When I first started with TABC, it was just do this, enforce the laws, do inspections, all this good stuff. But as I spent more time and the years went by, you know, when my positions changed, when I went from agent to supervisor, you know, you start dealing with big corporations, you start dealing with politics, controversies, you know, and it gets, those are big things, and you got to get used to it and learn how to work it. And you know, that was kind of a shock to me, but luckily I adjusted well and handled it, I guess in my opinion, all right. And you know, it's been good, but it was a shock, you know, dealing with, you know, I didn't see that aspect till I actually encountered it.
You kind of get put in the position and then you grow into it.
That's correct. Absolutely.
You've done that well and gracefully through your career.
Thank you.